Tales from the Resting Titan. The voice outside my window. Written and recorded by Javon Joseph. Some nights silence has weight. You can feel it sitting in the room with you, heavy, waiting. And when you live alone long enough, you start to notice sounds most people would ignore. The house settling, a branch brushing on the roof, the wind pushing against the windows. But 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I started hearing something else. Something that did not belong to the house, or the wind, or the night. Every morning now, I wake up exactly at 2:43 a.m. Not by choice, not because of a dream, but because someone says my name softly right outside my bedroom window. The first night it happened, I thought it was the wind, or maybe someone passing along the road. I didn't even sit up. I just opened my eyes, stared at the ceiling, and listened. And after a moment, it came again, soft, careful, like someone afraid to wake the house. Daniel. I sat up then, listened. Nothing. Just the crickets outside. Just the trees moving in the dark. So I lay back down and convinced myself I had imagined it. That happens when you live alone. Your mind plays tricks on you. At least, that's what I told myself. The next night, it happened again. 2:43 a.m. exactly. My eyes opened before the sound even came. And then, Daniel. This time I sat up immediately, staring at the window, waiting for someone to laugh, waiting for footsteps, waiting for the sound of someone running away. But there was nothing. Just the yard, just the moonlight, just the quiet. After the fourth night, I stopped sleeping properly because I knew it would come. I would lay there in the dark watching the clock. 2:41, 2:42, and then Daniel. Sometimes once, sometimes twice. Daniel, Daniel. The voice never shouted, never knocked, never asked for help. It only said my name, like someone checking to see if I was still there. After a week, it began saying other things. That's when I stopped telling myself it was the wind, because wind doesn't remember your life. One night it whispered, "You shouldn't drink so much." I felt my stomach turn when I heard that, because no one had said that to me in years. Not since Marissa, my wife, or my former wife. Depends on how you want to say it. The voice kept coming every night, same time, same quiet patience. And each night it knew something new. One night it said, "You lost the grocery money playing cards." Another night, you promised her you would stop. And then you said that the night she packed her bags. By then, I wasn't sleeping at all. I would sit on the bed waiting for the voice. Part of me was afraid, but the other part wanted to hear what it would say next. Because the voice knew things. Because I never told anyone. Things only Marissa would know. 2 nights ago, something changed. The whisper sounded closer, clearer, like whoever was speaking had moved nearer the glass. Daniel. I walked towards the window slowly, pulling the curtain back just enough to look outside. The yard was empty. No footprints, no shadows, no one standing there. So I let the curtain fall again. And that's when I heard it, right beside the glass, enough that I could hear breath. Last night, the voice said something new. Something that made my hands start shaking. It said, "You remember the night you said you were sorry after you pushed her?" I felt the room tilt when I heard that. Because no one knew about that night. No one but me. And in a way, Marissa. Tonight I didn't go to bed. I sat in the chair across from the window, watching the clock, listening, waiting. 2:42. The house was completely still. And then, right on time, Daniel. The voice sounded tired tonight. Almost sad. It didn't move. I just listened. And after a moment it spoke again. Slowly, carefully. Daniel. Then the words that made my blood turn cold. Open the door and let me out. I turned towards the bedroom door behind me because the voice didn't come from the yard. It came from inside the room. For a long time I just stood there, looking at the door, listening to the silence, and the whisper came again, closer than before, right next to my ear. "You locked me in here." My eyes moved towards the wall beside the bed. The wall I built 3 years ago. The wall I finished the same week everyone said Marisha had left town. The wall that no one ever asked about. And now I realized the voice is coming from inside it. Soft, patient, waiting. Daniel, almost gentle, open the door and let me out. And every night since then, at exactly 2:43 a.m., the voice inside the wall still says my name. Daniel. Daniel. And that was, ladies and gentlemen, the voice outside my window. Now, go to sleep if your mind will let you. Mm.